Since Rich Homie Quan's tragic passing, nothing, and I mean nothing, has ignited the internet quite like these viral videos showing the rapper alive. It's got everyone buzzing. In this video, we dive deep into what these clips might mean and how they could change the story of his death entirely. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this because there's a lot about this rapper's life and legacy that you probably don't know yet. Following Rich Homie Quan's passing on September 5th, a wild video emerged online, sparking widespread conversation. In the footage, Rich Homie Quan is seen getting close with Erica Banks, kissing her cheek and neck. The two appear cozy in a bar, giving off an intimate vibe that revealed the bond they shared privately. This wasn't just a random leak. Erica Banks herself posted it as a tribute to Quan after his passing. For those unfamiliar, Erica Banks isn't just another name in the game. She's a Texas-born rapper who gained fame with her viral 2021 hit, Bus It, which sparked a massive social media challenge. You might remember even Ice Spice jumping on the trend. That song was Erica's breakout moment. Signed with 1501 Certified Entertainment, the same label that launched Megan Thee Stallion, Erica's style blends Southern rap with catchy hooks, earning her a spot as one of hip-hop's rising stars. Returning to her tribute, Erica also posted screenshots of texts from Quan. In those messages, he poured out his heart, expressing his happiness and showing a vulnerable side that few had seen while he was alive. She captioned the post, "All you wanted was to find happiness again. I always saw it in your face and heard it in your voice, but you had so much left to do." At first glance, this might seem like a heartfelt tribute to a lost love, but there's a twist. Quan had a girlfriend, Amber Williams, with whom he shared a child. Unsurprisingly, Erica's post didn't sit well with many. The internet erupted, with users calling her out. One comment under the post bluntly stated, "Posting that last text was nasty work and unnecessary. Why do women do this?" Another added, "If you kept it a secret while he was living, keep it that way after death." The backlash was intense, and many criticized Erica for posting so soon after his death. Barely 24 hours had passed. And here we go. Someone else echoed the same sentiment, capturing the feelings of many. People weren't just questioning the timing. They were outright calling Erica out for what they saw as clout chasing, using Quan's tragic passing to reveal a private relationship and stir up attention. It wasn't just random internet trolls. Fans and hip-hop enthusiasts also weighed in, and the overall sentiment was clear. Erica's tribute felt like a blatant disrespect to Quan's family, especially Amber, who was already grappling with the unimaginable grief of losing him. The backlash intensified to the point that Erica had no choice but to delete the post. Things only got worse when people discovered it was Amber, the woman Quan was publicly with, who had found his body. The timeline of events leading to the tragic discovery of Rich Homie Quan's body by Amber Williams begins on the evening of September 4th, 2024. Quan, whose real name was DeQuantes Devante Lamar, had been going about his day as usual, focused on handling business and staying on his grind. By evening, it seemed like just another routine day. After dinner, Amber decided to head to bed early, while Quan, clearly drained from the day, chose to crash on the couch instead, maybe too tired to move or simply wanting to relax a bit longer before joining her. Either way, this would be the last time Amber would see him alive. The morning of September 5th, 2024, started off normally. Amber woke up, made breakfast, and got their son ready for school. Quan was still on the couch, appearing to be in a deep sleep. Thinking nothing of it, Amber assumed he was just catching up on some rest. She even tucked him in with a blanket before leaving, completely unaware of the unfolding tragedy. Throughout the morning, the house remained eerily quiet. Quan, usually a lively and energetic presence, lay motionless on the couch. When Amber returned home and went to check on him, her world turned upside down. He wasn't moving. She tried to wake him, but there was no response. Then she noticed foam around his mouth, and a chilling realization struck her. Something was terribly wrong. Overcome with panic and disbelief, Amber immediately called 911, desperate for help as the full weight of the tragedy began to sink in.
I need an ambulance.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing.
The 911 operator, trying to keep Amber calm, guided her through steps to help Quan breathe, instructing her to lay him flat on his back. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but it was already too late. Despite their best efforts, Quan was pronounced dead at the scene. The 34-year-old rapper, who had impacted so many with his music, was gone. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office was notified, and an autopsy was scheduled to determine the cause of death. Quan's passing sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and beyond. Twitter was flooded with tributes as fans struggled to process the news. One fan wrote, "Life really cheated Rich Homie. He was so talented and deserved to be much further in the game. R.I.P." Another added, "R.I.P. to one of the most underrated. He kept grinding even after the hype died down. Always respected Quan for real. This one hurts." It wasn't just fans paying their respects. Some of the biggest names in the industry also shared heartfelt messages. Boosie, one of Quan's close collaborators, was among the first to honor his legacy. "Just talk to you, brah. Never going to forget your smile and the way you talked, and of course that music," Boosie tweeted. "We got some good-ass memories together, and that's always going to bring a smile to my face. Rest up, Quan." In another post, Boosie revealed, "We was cooking up some shut too." Boosie and Rich Homie Quan's relationship ran deep. Their chemistry on tracks like a Man in 2014 wasn't just about making hits. It reflected a bond built on shared struggles and mutual respect. Boosie's openness about his time in prison and Quan's reflections on holding it down for his family showcased the depth of their connection. They reunited in 2016 for Private Room alongside Tony Michael, proving their working relationship was as strong as ever. Another rapper who shared a heartfelt tribute was Jacquees. His connection with Quan was even more personal. On Twitter, Jacquees called Quan not just a friend but a brother and a legend. "Rest in peace, my brother Rich Homie Quan. I love you for life." For Rich Gang, he wrote, "Rich Homie Quan and Jacquees were both part of Rich Gang, a collective that included artists like Young Thug and Birdman. Together, they made waves with hits like Lifestyle." During their time in the group, Quan and Jacquees worked closely, delivering collaborations like Come Through, Remix, and Feel It. Their bond extended far beyond the music, cementing a brotherhood that will forever be remembered. Jacquees and Rich Homie Quan's bond went beyond business, with Jacquees always showing unwavering support for Quan's work. Losing Quan felt like losing family for Jacquees. Quavo also reflected on their shared journey, particularly their connection during Atlanta's early hip-hop explosion. The two frequently crossed paths in the studio, working alongside industry giants like Young Thug and Mustard. Quavo, deeply affected by Quan's passing, shared a heartfelt Instagram story with a photo of them together, writing, "May God be with us. Never saw this being a part of our journey." He followed with another post reminiscing about their early grind and shared hunger for success. Playboy Carti also paid tribute by posting several photos and videos of Quan on his Instagram stories. While their collaborations were limited, the respect between them was evident, and Carti's posts honored Quan's legacy as a significant figure in Atlanta's rap culture.
Yeah, man, I was on Molly every day. Oof. Listen, geeked up. Fight down. Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on Molly.
One of Rich Homie Quan's rawest moments came during an interview on My Expert Opinion. He didn't hold back, opening up about the origins of his addiction. Quan revealed that his struggle began while he was in the midst of touring, performing night after night across the globe.
We was doing so many shows, I couldn't stay up. So I knew some people like, bro, I got something to keep you up. Kept me up.
What started as a one-time boost quickly turned into a daily habit. Molly wasn't just something he used to get by anymore. It had a grip on him. The addiction pulled him deeper and deeper, taking control of everything he did.
I was taking my bro them there every day, man. And I knew like my attitude was changing. I'm bucking on my mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't showing up to family events. Like,
At one point, Quan was relying on drugs just to make it through the day. It got so bad that he'd be popping Molly first thing in the morning, even before brushing his teeth.
I was popping before I brushed my teeth, bro. Like that, I was starting my day. Like, you know, you really supposed to eat, nigga. And I'm gonna take the Molly then eat. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes you.
Quan's wake-up call didn't come overnight. The addiction took a toll on his relationships, especially with his family, started snapping at his loved ones for no reason, and it wasn't until he noticed how his actions were affecting his kids that things really hit home.
One day I just woke up like, damn, I don't even want to keep snapping on the kids. Like, I'm snapping on the kids for no reason. Like, damn, like, well, you tripping. You tripping. I think my mama and I told me, like, you all right? And when she said that, like, you can notice it. Oh, nah, that mom dude, but I gotta chill out.
Following his death, fans and media outlets wasted no time speculating on the cause, with many pointing to a possible overdose, perhaps even linked to fentanyl-laced pills. Although the official toxicology report is still pending, rumors of a drug overdose have been swirling online. Some sources even suggested Quan may have taken counterfeit Percocets laced with fentanyl, adding more fuel to the fire. Then, Boy blew up social media with a tweet that took everything to the next level. He wrote, "Just got word Rich Homie Quan just OD'd, just saw him the other day." That tweet confirmed the shocking news that Quan had died of an overdose, setting the internet on fire. Fans immediately flooded the comments, reacting in disbelief and heartbreak as the news spread like wildfire. Unfortunately, Quan isn't the only rapper we've lost to an overdose. The harsh truth is that the hip-hop industry has been hit hard by addiction for years. We've seen it before with legends like DMX, and more recently with rising stars like Enchanting. DMX, born Earl Simmons, was a massive force in the rap game, known for iconic hits like X Gon Give It To Ya and Party Up, Up in Here. But just like Quan, DMX had his own battle with addiction, one that he didn't hide. In fact, in one interview, DMX shared a heartbreaking story about how his addiction began. He revealed that it was his mentor, Reddy Ron, who introduced him to drugs at just 14 years old. What he didn't know at the time was that the blunt he was given was laced with crack, a moment that changed everything for him.
I hit the blunt and I'm like, I was no longer focused on the money. I never felt like this. I'm like, I later found out that he laced the blunt with crack.
DMX, who had a long and difficult battle with substance abuse, tragically passed away on April 9, 2021, at the age of 50. His death followed a week in the hospital on life support after suffering a heart attack caused by a drug overdose at his home in New York. Before Quan's passing, another promising artist, Enchanting, tragically lost her life to an overdose. Enchanting, born Enchanting Nicole Larry, was a Texas-born rapper who made waves after signing with Gucci Mane's 1017 label in 2020. Known for her unique blend of trap and R&B, she was on her way to becoming a big name in the industry. However, behind the scenes, she was fighting her own battles. On June 11, 2024, Enchanting passed away at just 26 years old from an accidental overdose involving oxycodone and benzodiazepines. Her manager revealed that she had been trying to get clean just days before her death. But unfortunately, the struggle proved too much to overcome. But addiction wasn't the only storm surrounding Rich Homie Quan's life. Outside of his personal battles, one of the most chaotic controversies tied to his name were the rumors that he had snitched on Young Thug in Thug's RICO case. Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug were incredibly tight at one point. So close, in fact, that they formed a duo within the Rich Gang Collective alongside Birdman. Their chemistry on tracks like Lifestyle and Get TF Out My Face had them running the rap game together, almost inseparable. However, their bond stirred up its own drama when Young Thug took to social media and referred to Quan as his hubby. In the post, Thug wrote, "Me and my hubby Rich Homie Quan for life, you did that." The post set off rumors about their relationship, with some fans questioning their sexual orientation. Quan later addressed the rumors, making it clear that this was just Thug's lingo and that it never bothered him.
It's a language. There's nothing stupid or fruity going on. It's the way we talk. It's the way we live. Those are my babes, no my lovers, no my hubbies, whatever you want to call it.
However, the cracks in their friendship started to show. One of the first signs that things weren't cool between them anymore came when young Thug took to the stage on the rodeo tour with Travis Scott in 2015 and threw shade at Quan, calling him Big Homie Quan. This public jab hinted at the growing tension between the two. From there, things got even messier, with the snitching rumors coming in heavy and putting Quan in a tough spot. It all started after a raid on young Thug's crib back in 2015. Thug caught multiple charges, and Quan found himself tied up in the same legal drama. Word on the streets was that Quan might have cooperated with the feds to dodge a bigger sentence, but Quan wasn't about to let that slide. He stood his ground, denying every allegation, making it clear he didn't fold and didn't hand over any info. Despite his pushback, the damage was already done. The trust between Quan and Thug had been shattered.
What's the relationship with Quan, with Rich Homie?
No, we don't have no problem. Like, I don't think we can be like how we used to be.
Right.
He already did. He already just did some. He already know my heart.
Before Quan passed away, he mentioned in an interview that he was open to the idea of reconciliation. Despite the tension between him and Thug, he still hoped for a resolution, showing that, deep down, he wanted to mend their broken relationship.
Who knows what the future holds? First and foremost, let's free Thug, let's free anybody locked up, let's free Luwak, Lucci. It's a touchy situation, so I try not to talk about it a lot, but I don't know what the future holds, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have a conversation. And then it'll start from there.
While Quan was dealing with the personal struggles in his life, he was also caught up in legal troubles. Growing up in East Atlanta, Georgia, a place notorious for high crime rates and rough streets, Quan was influenced by the environment around him. East Atlanta is a place where survival often depends on the choices you make. And for Quan, it shaped his early years, pushing him toward a life in the streets. As a teenager, the allure of quick money and the wrong crowd led him down a dangerous path. What began as small-time hustling soon escalated to more serious crimes. At first, it was petty theft, but before long, Quan and his crew were breaking into homes and businesses, taking whatever they could to make fast cash: electronics, TVs, anything they could flip. Reflecting on that time, Quan admitted, "I was rolling with the wrong crowd, not using my brain. Down south, burglary was big. TVs, electronics, anything we could get our hands on." But eventually, this reckless lifestyle caught up with him, leading to multiple run-ins with the law and ultimately his arrest and time in prison.
Were you actually in jail for and how long?
I was in jail for burglary for 15 months. Yeah.
And that was a county jail or state prison?
I was in county jail 15 months. That's where I wish I would have went to prison. Man.
Quan's time behind bars wasn't just a physical punishment. It was a mentally and emotionally exhausting ordeal that left a lasting impact on him. Spending 15 months in DeKalb County Jail, Quan admitted that the environment was incredibly harsh. In fact, he even mentioned that he would have preferred prison, where conditions might have been better, as the jail's atmosphere was far more difficult to endure.
I would have did 15 months in the prison in the day, but we in a county jail, man. So that's it. I did 15 months in DeKalb. You see what I'm saying? Like, real drag session, man.
Chaotic, unregulated nature of the county jail took a serious toll on Quan, and he made it clear that the experience significantly shaped his outlook on both his life and the decisions that led him there. However, Quan's battles weren't over. The next time he found himself in a legal storm, it wasn't in the streets, it was in the courtroom. In 2015, Rich Homie Quan filed a $2 million lawsuit against his former label, Think It's a Game, Teague Records. The lawsuit stemmed from a dispute over unpaid royalties for major hits like Flex and Type of Way. According to Quan's camp, the label had failed to uphold its end of the agreement.
Not asking for anything that is not due to Quan.
All we're saying is that the contract in which was signed is not being held up on the label side as far as disbursement of funds. I mean, it's no secret. It's about the money. I mean, you know just as well as I know, Quan is making money. So if Quan is making money, it's only fair that the label paid what the contract states.
But Tig wasn't going down without a fight. They hit back by countersuing Quan for releasing unauthorized music and failing to report all his earnings. This legal back and forth created a lot of tension between Quan and the label, with both sides hurling accusations at each other. Despite all the drama, the two parties reached a settlement in August 2016, though the details were kept confidential. Quan's father and manager expressed relief, while Tig's CEO, Fly, played it cool, stating they were like family and ready to move forward. For Quan, this settlement marked a major turning point in his career, giving him the freedom to focus on his debut album, Rich in Spirit, and new music. Just a year later, in 2017, Quan found himself entangled in another legal case. On May 28, 2017, while en route to a performance, Quan and 4 others were stopped at a police checkpoint in Louisville, Georgia. Authorities searched their vehicle and reportedly found marijuana, heroin, drug paraphernalia, and firearms. Quan was charged with felony drug possession with intent to distribute, a charge that carried up to 30 years in prison. Despite the seriousness of the situation, the case eventually took a turn in his favor and was dismissed 2 years later, allowing Quan to move on from yet another legal hurdle that could have derailed his career. Even though Quan managed to overcome that legal case, his life remained a constant roller coaster of highs and lows. With the recent viral videos adding another layer of mystery to his story, people are left wondering what really went on behind the scenes. In the coming days, it's likely that more details about Quan's life, both the good and the bad, will emerge. One thing's for sure, Quan's story isn't over, and the world will be watching closely to see what happens next. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.